some scale. The Weather Channel, here's another update on Tropical Storm Alberto. One person we've been keeping in touch with all morning long is Mark Mancuso. Tropical storm within the past hour by the National Hurricane Center. Let's take a look at our coordinates on Beryl. Top winds again at 50 miles per hour.
Tories on this time.
It seems like he's having a lot of fun with it this morning.
Tune to the Weather Channel for up-to-the-minute information on Tropical Storm Bertha. Hurricane Fran is making landfall, a Category 3 hurricane. Stay with the Weather Channel for up-to-the-minute reports. Coming up on a special edition of WeatherScope, the latest on Hurricane Fran, right after your local forecast. To severe weather coverage from the Weather Channel.
Over 10,000 people are refugees in their own country tonight. Good evening, I'm Dave Schwartz with a Hurricane Hortense update along with hurricane specialist John Hope. John, let's get right to the hurricane warnings as they exist.
Hurricane Century moved through. You can see the damage is terrible. The hurricane has already left its mark on Florida. It damaged about 100 feet of this century-old pier in Daytona Beach. Floyd still may be out at sea, but heavy rains are causing flooding up and down the eastern seaboard.
Let's look at the wind impact that can...
Well, thank you very much, Janetta. And we do have our first tropical storm of the season. That's Allison. It formed in the Gulf of Mexico this afternoon. Now, it formed very, very close to shore. It's not a classical tropical system, and that the weather is not very symmetrical around it. All the strong winds are north and east of where the center is. Let's go and have a look at what we do have out there. Yes, we're looking at a pretty rare event here, actually. It's
You're watching the Weather Channel Evening Edition.
Francis. Where will it head next? Hurricane Francis. Where? Now, hurricane coverage continues on the Weather Channel. Now, hurricane coverage continues on the Weather Channel. Now, hurricane coverage continues on the Weather Channel. continues on the Weather Channel. Now, hurricane coverage continues on the Weather Channel.
Keeping an eye on our first tropical storm in the Atlantic season, and its name is Arlene. And the very latest from the Hurricane Center at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time had the winds up to 60 miles.
First, let's begin with Tropical Storm Cindy.
Winds howled, rain poured down as
Hurricane Dennis sets its sights on the Gulf Coast. We're tracking the storm with live reports from the field and in-depth expert analysis throughout the night. Dennis coverage continues right here on the Weather Channel, so stay tuned as we keep you ahead of the storm. You ahead of the storm. Stay tuned. Hurricane Dennis coverage continues. Right now, here's your local on the 8s. Hurricane Dennis coverage continues right here on the Weather Channel.
Oh no, not again.
Update coming up. We had all the wood cut from.
Weather Channel for the latest on Katrina. Now, here's your local on the 8s. The Weather Channel, Hurricane Central. Coming up, the latest on Katrina. But now, your local on the 8s. Katrina, where will it head next? Stay with us for the latest in-depth analysis, live reports from the field, weather experts, meteorologists, and hurricane hunters telling you what's happening, why it's happening, and what's next. The Weather Channel, Hurricane Central.
The Weather Channel, bringing weather to life.
next couple of hours.
The latest on Ophelia.
Rita coverage now continues on a special edition of Evening Edition.
It's 4 o'clock in Austin.
Hurricane Rita is now a Category 3 and has triggered mandatory evacuations for parts of the Houston, Galveston.
Electricity.
Wilma coverage now continues on a special edition of Evening Edition.
Live coverage of Faye continues on the Weather Channel, your hurricane authority. Now, your local on the 8s.
Tease.
Well, it's a monster.
And we've got a pretty good cluster of showers and thunderstorms on it. There it is. Let's show it to you on the early this morning, a little after midnight Eastern time, and then a little. Welcome.
Real-time reports from those in Irene's past at weather.com/social.
All right, now, tropical storm.
Florida's Governor Rick Scott. Florida.
Oh, this dude is out of sight. 20 past the
On this, again, we're in Brian Norcross, our senior.
Tracking Hurricane Hermine. Conditions tracking Hurricane Hermine. Right now, our weather experts are tracking Hurricane Matthew.
This will be a record hurricane event.
When you
Good afternoon.
Right now on the.
He said.
Colin, is that what you were telling me to turn that down?
Right.
Places like Biloxi, Mississippi,